Welcome to this BenchLab video tutorials introduction. So we will present to you how to use BenchLab within few videos, but first we will explain what is BenchLab and how it works. Okay, so first the outline. So we will describe the different components of BenchLab, so the web application and the client runtime. Then we will show how an experiment runs, and we will end by the video tutorials list. So first, the BenchLab web application. So it is a web application in Java with embedded database. It is a repository of benchmark and traces. From this web application, you will be able to schedule and control the different experiments, and this web application also stores the results repository. Okay, so here is for the web application, and the interesting part of this is that we can distribute and reproduce the experiment because they are stored in a common format. So now we can move on to the BenchLab client runtime. Okay, so it's the client part of BenchLab. This part can replay traces in a real web browser. So it is a small Java runtime based on Selenium and WebDriver. It collects detailed response times in HTTP archive format. It can record HTML and page snapshots too. And once a BenchLab client has ended its run, it uploads results to the BenchLab web application we've seen before. Okay, so a quick overview of an experiment running with BenchLab. So we will use the following pictures. So first we have the web application, then we have a cloud with deployed BenchLab client runtimes. We have a target server running a Wikibook stack. Okay, so the browsers register to the web application, then the administrator can upload traces, define experiment, and start the experiment. Once the experiment has started, all clients are downloading the trace to play. Okay, and then they play the trace on the Wikibooks server, so they gather information about the page rendering, the time to render the page, and all this kind of information, and then the traces are sent back to the web application, and the web application stores the results, and then we can exploit the results and analyze the produced data. Okay, so now we have seen how BenchLab works. I will list the different tutorials we have recorded to learn how to use BenchLab. So we have 9 videos. Okay, so the first one is how to deploy the BenchLab web application. The second one is how to create the Wikibooks virtual machine. Then we show how to launch BenchLab client runtime. We also show how to create HTTP archive trace. We show how to create a dataset in the web application. Also how to create an experiment in the web application. Then we show how to launch clients injection. Then we see how we can run the experiment. And finally, we have a look to the produced results. Okay, so now you can move on to the videos to learn how to use BenchLab.